Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Future Stars live on Hidayat TV. I'm your host Hassan Shah, and today we are talking about Al-Baleen because it is really important topic. Even though it is the birthday of Bibi Fatima, I think tomorrow is the birthday of Bibi Fatima sallallahu alaihi. We'll be talking more about that next week. But Al-Baleen is very important as her death has been like last week, so we should talk about her. And then next week hopefully we'll talk about Bibi Fatima sallallahu alaihi. But before I continue, I'd like to introduce my guests.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Misbah.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Ali.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Zaki.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Hussein.
Thank you for the introduction. Like we do on every show, some read the surah, some read the translation. So can we start? Misbah Mohsin off with a loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa amilus salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Sadaqallahul aliyyil azim.
In the name of Allah subhanahu the merciful. By time, indeed mankind is in loss, except for those who believed and did righteous deed and guided others to truth and advised each other to patience.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Thank you for that. And whenever you're reading a surah, make sure you read the translation as well, so you know the history behind it and how you can also implement it into your life. Okay, so today we are talking about Al-Baleen. So who is Al-Baleen, just to start with, Zaki?
Al-Baleen was the second wife of Imam Ali, and they had four children: Abbas, Abdullah, Usman, and Jafar.
Yeah, that is right. So, you know, like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he married Bibi Khadija, didn't he? And then throughout the time that he married Bibi Khadija, he didn't marry on anyone else. Yeah, except her death. Same like the Imam Ali alayhi salam. When he married Bibi Fatima, he never married anyone else apart till after her death. And then after her death, he married who? Zaki?
Al-Baleen.
Yeah, Al-Baleen, who is the mother of, like Zaki said, do you know one Ali?
Abbas.
Yeah, Abbas. Misbah?
Jafar.
Yeah, Jafar. Hussein?
Abdullah.
Yeah, Abdullah. So these are just a few of the sons of Al-Baleen after she married Imam Ali ibn Abu Talib alayhi salam. So what did so there's a word called the word sacrifice. Yeah. How does that connect with Al-Baleen, Zaki?
Because when Imam Hussein alayhi salam was going to Karbala, Al-Baleen said to her four sons to sacrifice their lives in the sake for Imam Hussein.
Yeah, that's right. So Al-Baleen was a person who had to sacrifice. Yeah, she had to give up things to sacrifice, and those things were whose sons? They were her sons. So that's why, Zaki. So before I continue, Mosi will start just an introduction to Al-Baleen. So can we start off with the loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Throughout the Islamic history, a handful of women have emerged as models of perfect womanhood and the legitimate and social and religious domains, in addition to four leading women of world: Lady Maryam, Asiya, Khadija, and Fatima Zahra, peace be upon them all. There are several women throughout whom the religion of Islam would have been greatly stumbled. Lady Fatima, daughter of Hizam bin Khalid bin Rabi, more commonly referred as Lady Al-Baleen, peace be upon her, ranks among the most esteemed and pious women to this date, and will remain so due to her courage, piety, and steadfastness toward the Prophet and his household, peace be upon them. Her life, despite the fact she was a fallible being like the rest of us, patience, countlessness, lessons, illustrates that the type of culture and sincerely we can obtain and preach. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil fajr. Thank you. So that was just an introduction about al-Bani. So first of all, he talked about the greatest women of the world. He was talking about them. So who was these women?
Bibi Fatima, and I think Bibi Maryam.
Yeah, Bibi Maryam, who was the mother of who? Prophet?
Prophet Ali.
There's no Prophet Ali. Who?
Prophet Prophet Isa.
Yeah, Prophet Isa alayhi salam. So Bibi Maryam, so Bibi Fatima, Bibi Maryam, mother of Prophet Isa. Miss who?
Bibi Asiya.
Bibi Asiya. Who was Bibi Asiya? The wife of who?
Pharaoh.
Yeah, Pharaoh. So she was the wife of Pharaoh, and who else? Hussein?
Bibi Khadija.
Yeah, Bibi Khadija. So these are the most greatest women in the whole world. Out of the entire world, these are the four greatest women. So these women are who we take example for, isn't it? But what makes it special about al-Banin? Does al-Banin sin like us?
No. She sacrificed a lot of things in her life as well.
Yeah. She sacrificed a lot of things in life that makes her special. But like us, she sins. But what does Banin do? Like, how does it work for her?
Because she's really pious and holy only because of the fact that she sacrificed a lot and like she devoted herself into the religion and the Ahlul Bayt.
Yeah, that's right. So she like Mohsin said, like she has sinned like us, but she's someone that we could take example for, like the four greatest women of the world. Because Banin is like us, she sinned, but she asks for forgiveness, doesn't she? Yeah, and she gives sacrifices for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is a special thing about Banin. And we'll be learning more about her as well. So Miss, you've got the next thing. So can we start, Miss, off with the loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajun.
Abu Nasr Bukhari relates from Mufaddal bin Umar that Imam Jafar Sadiq said, it's related that the commander of the faithful Imam Ali inquired from his brother Aqil, who is a genealogist and knew the Arabian families well, to find a woman from a valorous Arab family so that he could marry her and she in turn would bear a valorous son. Aqil replied, then marry Fatima Kilabia, for there is none among the Arabs who is more valorous than her fathers. Thus he married her. It is amazing to consider the fact that despite being the line of God and the victor of Khaybar, Imam Ali still insisted on marrying a brave wife in order to raise a courageous son, driving home the point for us that when it comes to proper upbringing of children, both parents play a crucial role in imbuing their children with God consciousness and other desirable characteristics. Lady al-Banin's name was Fatima. However, upon her arrival in Imam Ali's household, she requested that everyone call her al-Banin so she would not remind them of the daughter of the Prophet and upset them. Despite being a young bride who undoubtedly had dreams and aspirations of her own, she instead insisted on being a mere servant to the orphans of Lady Fatima Zahra. In turn, the children treated her with great respect and love, referring to her as their own mother. This presents an example of sacrifices individuals on both ends should be willing to commit when it comes to remarriages and becoming part of an already established family. Banin translates to mother of her sons. A fitting title saying Lady Banin and Imam Ali had 4 sons: Usman, Jafar, Abdullah, and Abu Fadl al-Abbas, the gateway to the acceptance of desires and the moon of Bani Hashim, peace be upon them all. All 4 sons of Lady al-Banin stood bravely alongside Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, on the day of Ashura. She instilled in her sons love and peace be upon them that on the day of Ashura. She instilled in her sons love and loyalty for the Prophet as his household that allowed them to stand with a firm faith despite knowing that they would be killed by the overwhelming army of falsehood that stood before them. Such men of honor and valor cannot be trained and brought up to be like so unless their mother is a woman of faith and courage herself. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil fajr. Thank you. So Mohsin and Misbah was starting to talk about there. So what was happening is that after the death of Bibi Fatima, this is some time after Imam Ali, because does the imams and prophet, do they know what's going to happen? Yeah, they do actually. Yeah, they know what's going to happen. They know what's coming. And so even the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he knew that the Karbala was going to happen, didn't he? Yeah, and so Imam Ali also did know as well about Karbala happening, that it was going to happen. So he knew that he had to have important people by Imam Hussein's side, didn't he? He knew, and so he went out to find a person who can actually give him someone who can actually be important to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, doesn't he? So he goes out. So his brother, who was Imam Ali's brother, what was his name? Ali? You forgot Misbah? Aqil. And what was he? Is it Harvard? Do you know? Can you? Genealogist. Yeah, I think that's right. So. So he actually, what that is, he knew about all the families in Arabia at that time. He knew about all their relations and how their family tree. So he knew everyone's family tree. So even people like today, some people, if you go to one person, you tell them your name, they know some bit of your family tree, stuff like that. So there's some people even today that know this kind of knowledge. Yeah, so Aqil was that person. He knew all the families of Arabia, and he knew their backgrounds, he knew their history and everything. And so then Imam Ali alayhi salam went to him to console on who to marry. So Aqil was looking for a family that was very brave, courageous, and that who came from that family?
It was al-Banin.
Yeah, and can you remember what family it was, Misbah?
The Kalabia.
Yeah, the Kalabia, and then they're known for their bravery, and they're one of the most influential tribes of that time. There was a very influential tribe, so they were known for their bravery, and they would and they would be kind of courageous. They were a courageous family. So then from that family came Fatima, who was al-Banin. Yeah. so then what happened? So then Imam Ali, what did he do?
Marry al-Banin.
Yeah, he did marry al-Banin. Why do you think he married al-Banin? Because okay, think about this. So she's from a very honorable and brave family. Yeah, and Imam Ali knew about what was happening in years to come about Karbala. So why did he marry al-Banin? Mohsin?
So that he will have someone there by his side to help him with Karbala.
Hussein?
Because of because Karbala is it's a massive battle. So and he knew that was going to happen. So he needs someone brave and someone courageous for the kids to look up to. So they would sort of take it from her. Like they will become brave and courageous. Like
Yeah. So Imam Ali was looking for someone who can be by the side of Imam Hussein at the time of Karbala and these things that happen. So so that's why he found out someone from the bravest family. So then it rubs off to their children, doesn't it? Yeah. So if like say if your father is very sporty, like maybe your father plays basketball or he's a football player, something like that. Yeah. Don't you wanna follow him, and his kind of thing rubs off onto you, doesn't it? Yeah. So this was the kind of thing that Imam Ali alayhi salam was looking for from someone from a courageous family. So it rubs off to their children. So then someone will be courageous and stand by Imam Hussein alayhi salam in Karbala. So this was a really important thing, wasn't it? Yeah. So what else did Misbah mention there? Ali? Can't remember. Anything else did Misbah mention there near to the end? Zaki? You forgot as well also. Any of you remember anything from the end? Misbah?
That she had 4 sons.
Yeah, that she had 4 sons. Like Zaki has already mentioned. And who were those sons?
Usman, Jafar, Abdullah and Abbas.
Yeah. So these were the sons of Imam Ali and al-Banin. So who do any of you know any of those names? Like do you know any background of those 4 individuals? You don't need to go, because we talk about al-Banin today. Yeah. So these 4 people, who was name one of them who was actually who was the most influential at the time of Karbala. Zaki?
Was it Osman?
Yeah, he obviously he was one there, but talking about one that's really close, and he was a flag bearer. Any of you know, Misra?
Abbas.
Yeah, Abbas. Abbas was the son that Imam Ali alayhi salam was looking for, wasn't he? Yeah, someone who would stand by Imam Hussein, because he knew, as we already know, that he knew that Karbala was going to happen, didn't he? So he would stand by Imam Hussein, and he would protect them as well. Yeah. So Abbas is what he was looking what like a person he was looking for to stand by Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So this was a big thing. He was a big individual in Karbala, wasn't he? Yeah. So this just shows what sacrifice al-Banin wasn't she? So so she gave the sons to Imam Ali, so then in Karbala they could make a influence. So Hussein, you've got the next thing. So can we start Hussein off with a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Lady Osman Benin loved the Prophet's family more than she loved her own sons. When news of the heartbreaking events of Karbala reached her, she did not ask about the fate of her 4 sons first, and instead said, "Tell me about Hussein." And when she received the news of Imam Hussein's martyrdom, she said, "All of the arteries of my heart are torn. May all of my children and whatever that exists under the azure heaven be sacrificed for the sake of Imam Hussein." Indeed, the characteristics of Banin sons are a reflection of her own greatness. It is vastly ironic that Lady Banin was a cousin of the evil Shumer, one of the killers of Imam Hussein. During the events of Karbala, Shumer came and stood facing the companions of Imam Hussein and called out in a loud voice, "Where are the sons of our sister of clan?" Hearing this, Abbas and his brothers Abdullah, Jafar and Osman came out and asked him what he desired. Shimmer replied, "O sons of my sister, you are guaranteed security." They replied, "Woe be upon you and your security. You offer us security while the sons of the Prophet is devoted of it." Abbas then called out in a loud voice, "May your hands be amputated! What an evil security you have brought for us, O enemy of God! Do you desire that we should betray our brother and master Imam Hussein and obey the accursed sons of accursed fathers?" Lady al-Banin trained her children to love and remain loyal towards their prophet and his household, and to serve Islam regardless of the cost. Their moral and guidance could not have been manifested without the courage and selflessness of their mother. And once again, we find more examples of lessons to draw from the life of Lady Banin. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil fajr. Thank you, Hussein. So we'll talk more about this after the break because we run out of time for this half of the show. So we'll see you in the next half of the show. But until then, good office.